Hello all, Jamie Rodgers here today from Creative Expressions with another quick card using one of my pierced collection of dies. There are 11 brand new dies in this set, consisting of backgrounds, sentiments and finishing touches. And today we are going to use the Snowflake Mandala die to make up our card. Now this die is pretty impressive because it doesn't have a cut edge running around the outside of it. So if you wish to cut this into the front of your card and leave it there as an aperture, you can do, or you can use the separate edge to actually cut this out. Now when we go to cut this one, it's a good idea if you actually put it onto your plates slightly diagonal so that it's not hitting the rollers front on with a flat line. It will hit on one point and carry on. It will help the pressure to pass over the die and help it with its cutting ability. Now this die is very intricate, and with all intricate dies we do recommend that you put them through twice. So I'm just going to twist this into a different direction and I'm going to send it through in the opposite way. I removed the outside cut blade because, as we could see, it had already cut away from the card, but for all of the intricate pieces it will certainly help make sure that they've cut nicely, and then that way you can pierce them out nice and easily. Now with this die, as you can see, there's lots of filigree little areas. We've also had that beautiful pierce work done on there for us. And when I bring in one with all of the bits poked out ready, you're going to notice there's several elements that actually lift up. So if you wish to give this a 3D feel, you can certainly bend them elements forward and do effects such as that. You'll also notice there are different areas in which you can go in and cut out separate layers from this. So either if you wish to use them on their own or if you wish to build them up, you can certainly do that as well. Now for my card, I'm just going to bring in some good old traditional Christmas colours, and these are of course all foundations cards which are available from Creative Expressions. But so far I've gone for a green, a white, a gold, and then we're going to add on some red. And the red is the one that is going to shine through all of the apertures actually underneath our die cut. So this is quite an important one to think about. You can of course use glittery backgrounds or fancy cards, or you could do some incredible techniques, maybe with some airless misters or pixie sparkles or some of our cosmic shimmer polishes, and let them shine through underneath. This die is also a really lovely one for doing paper piecing with as well. And you don't have to do all of it, you can just do some of the main areas and then add glitters and bits through the other areas if you find it easier. Now I've just used some dry clear cosmic shimmer glue and placed that down onto my card. I'm now going to bring in my cutting machine again, or my cutting plates, and we're going to bring in the Elegant Poinsettia set of dies. Now just like the background panel, when these go through they are also going to pierce lots of details for us too, so that we're going to end up with some really pretty effects. Now I also want to cut the holly leaves and our lovely twisted leaf and our sort of fern leaf. I'm also going to be cutting out as well from 3 different colours of card so that I have the right colours for all of the elements that I need. I especially love the pine cone die in this set. I think this is really cool, and when you get to see the piercing details on that one in just a second, I really think it brings that shape to life. So we've got our poinsettias, we've got our leaves, they're all coming through now, and as you can see the piercing work works beautifully on all of them. One of our design team members has even gone ahead and done stitching through these holes, so if you want to add more to them in that format, you're absolutely more than welcome to. Personally, I don't think I can do it, but they have, and it looks incredible. You can also shape these dies really easily too, so I'm just going to use a bone folder and I'm going to shape around the petals of my poinsettia. Now I'm going to go for 4 layers for this one. Now I didn't want this to be too bulky, so instead of doing foam pads in between every layer, the 2 same size layers I'm going to glue together just with some cosmic shimmer glue, and then I'm going to foam pad in between the 2 different sizes. So there is a bit of height to this, but not as much height as if I'd added, of course, foam pads to every layer. We also have that perfect little central piece that we can bring in and place in the middle, which I'm going to do. I am going to pad that as well. Now I love this little middle part because of course it's a grand plate to actually go in and put your gems on top of. It gives you that ability to raise that part up if you don't want your gems or your pearls to be sunken down. So I'm going to use some gold gems on my finished card, and I'm just going to add those into the middle. So when I bring those in, you'll see them going onto the card with that gold finish in the centre. That is just a set of 5 crystals. I'm also going to add in my green leaves, so of course we've cut a few of these already, and I'm just going to use some cosmic shimmer glue on the reverse of them and poke them coming out from underneath my flowers. Now again with these, they are very easy to shape, so I've already gone ahead and sort of done that already. just for some speed. The holly, of course, could be used nicely on its own too, and you could, of course, add little red berries to that one using your either 3D accents or twinkles, or, of course, little red gems. We're then going to tuck in our pine cones as well, coming out from underneath our designs. I really thought that was a lovely little finishing touch with this set, to be able to bring you a pine cone too. And that's going to build up all of our floral displays. I get a bit carried away when it comes to flowers. I love doing all the floral bits. But now we're going to move on and we're going to look at our lovely sentiment. And this time I'm actually going to bring in two elements. We're going to use the Season's Greetings backplate, but I'm not going to use this one with the Season's Greetings word. But one of the bits I've designed with this one is it's got these two holly aperture pieces on the top of the die. So I'm going to just add a little bit of glue around the back of that, and I'm going to put on a small strip of green card so that the holly is shown in green. I'm then going to bring in some red gems, and I'm going to place the gems over the pierced detail between the holly leaves, so that of course it looks like little holly berries and holly together. We're then going to take the Let It Snow word, because a lot of the words on these backing plates are interchangeable. So there are 6 in this collection, and I'd like to think that you'll be able to interchange them with words from this set, and of course use them with sentiments you may already have, or ones that are coming out in the future. I'm then going to add on some foam tape to the reverse of this, and I'm going to place that onto my card to complete the effect. Now, I've done slightly different floral displays on the card I've just created to the one I'd already done, but hopefully that gives you a little idea on how we can bring these elements together and create such a stunning card. Personally, to me, it's all about that lovely snowflake mandala in the background. All of the products I've shared with you today are of course available from all good creative expression stockists worldwide. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.